Hello everyone, Moto Trades here, Market Site Lap. Let's Suzuki things off today with the dollar. Ever since Besant came out and talked early this week, we've seen the dollar raise and go higher. The dollar's made its way over the 200-day moving average, and we could have a bounce to retest that 200-day moving average and continue higher. I look for the dollar to probably gain another 0.5% and then go from there. So with a stronger dollar, that's going to look to put some pressure possibly on equities. So with stocks in general, last night was NVIDIA's earnings and they crushed as usual. The thing about NVIDIA is in the past, it's been very known to sell off after earnings. So we're coming in this morning, prices are elevated. Everything kind of got the lift from NVIDIA and the overnight action. So I kind of expect that maybe to continue in the morning open. And then I look for some profit taking and selling in the markets going into the afternoon. Most likely, if we do, it's because going into the Fed meeting tomorrow at Jackson Hole. Now we'll get into Bitcoin. Bitcoin had an amazing overnight action, running up to 80,500-ish. Prices came back down to the 79,200 level, and we have a slight bounce. We'll see if this price action can stay above that 79,200 level today. If it can, I look to see Bitcoin continue going higher. If we break down, I'll be looking for Bitcoin to possibly come down to the 78,000. Retesting that area. If we break there, possibly coming down to the 75,000. If Bitcoin can continue moving over 80,000, that would be very bullish for Bitcoin and possibly get into the 83,000, 85,000. So that's kind of my bull and bear zones for Bitcoin. I am still short coming in this morning, MSTR. Look, I'm added to my position. Price has come down. I'm going to just continue monitoring it. And if we get a bounce and price wants to continue higher, I'll cut the position and move on. Get into the metals, gold. We've had a really nice run in gold, and we are having a nice pullback. I'm going to actually continue to watch it. I kind of like the price action around 4,500. As long as we stay over the 200-day moving average, I'm pretty bullish on gold. Silver is under the 200-day moving average at the moment, but it still has some bullish characteristics to it. So silver's not at a bad trading place. I'm probably going to try to put a trade on silver. Kind of like to see it get over that 200-day moving average or at least try to go up and test the 200-day moving average. And if it gets rejected, then I can get out of my trade and still take profits. So I could put a pretty tight stop loss on silver, and it's kind of looking like a pretty good setup. At the current price action, I could put a stop loss around $67. Prices currently over 68. So that's about a 1.5% loss if the stop loss is tripped. At the current price action of $68, if we can get even up to the 200-day moving average, you're looking at a 5% gain. Get over that 200-day moving average, could possibly see a 10% gain. So in the next day or two, I'll be watching silver. I think I will add that to my trading list. Getting into the indexes, the Dow Jones still at an amazing price, over 53,000. Currently close to 53,500. It may roll down, come retest that 53,000 before continue higher or break down lower. Looking at the ES futures market, looks like overnight we hit a high of 7,741. We are in a bullish upward trend. Mark that level off and see if it could get over that level before trying to go long. If we can't get over that overnight high, then I look for price to come back down, possibly around 7,500, possibly to 7,630, retesting support. RTY, I'll be watching pretty closely. I do like to trade a lot of small cap stocks. What I'll be looking for is for RTY to hold 3,000. RTY has been building that support at 3,000, so I'll be just looking to see if we continue to hold that 3,000 or if we're going to break to the downside. Breaking the downside on RTY could see a 7% drop or a 7 to possibly 10% move to the upside for the bull and bear zones. So that's a look at the broader markets. Let's get into some stocks. USO, I like to look at oil. I am long oil at the moment. Oil's up about 0.5% this morning. I'll be looking to see if oil can break out of the 128 and head back up to the 130, possibly breaking out, going higher. I'll run a stop loss at 125 and then possibly looking for a re-enter lower in the 120s, 121, and go from there. Meta, there's been a lot of interest around Meta. Yesterday, they did have a settlement. Getting into the chart and the price action on Meta, you are below the 200-day moving average that sets at 622. Current price, 574 pre-market. On the shorter time frames, we are slightly trending up. I'll be watching Meta. If price can hold 565, that would be pretty good on the short term. We could see price go, on the short term, could see price go to 652-ish. But zooming out on a daily chart, we're in a downtrend. And especially being under that 200-day moving average. If we can't get back over the 200-day moving average, but it's going to have to hold the 200-day moving average. If price finds its way under 560, I'll be looking for price to retest that 524. If price breaks 524, price could go all the way down to $380. On the very bear case for Meta, price action could go down to $250. On the very bull case for Meta, I would look if price can get over the 200-day moving average and stay over the 200 moving average, a retest of Meta's high, at about $790, close to $800. And it could be bullish from there. But price would first have to find its way above 665, 650, somewhere around there. Looking at Hyliion, small cap stock that I watch a lot, price action did get over that $3.30, which is very good. So I'll be watching today's price action. Can we stay over $3.30 and hold that? Currently pre-market, we're sitting at $3.40. So Hyliion is starting to look bullish. We are over the 200-day. If we can hold $3.30, that'd be starting to look pretty bullish. Currently don't have any position in Hyliion or Meta, the quantum stocks. We're starting out this morning pretty bullish, but tomorrow going into a Fed meeting, I want to see price action hold before I flip my bearish tone and go rah rah bull. So that's it for today's Market Sight Lap. Like always, this is, in my opinion, everyone should do what they're comfortable with or paper trade. This is just a forecast. Use it as a tool, not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and I will never DM you. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.